Welcome back everyone to the FNAF AI Bracket Battles 2. This time we have the FNAF 2 characters, Wither Chica, Endo2, JJ, Shadow Bonnie, Toy Cupcake, Mangle, Toy Bonnie, BB, Wither Foxy, Shadow Freddy, Toy Chica, The Puppet, Withered Golden Freddy, Withered Freddy, Wither Bonnie, and Toy Freddy. This will probably be a two-part series since it's going to be 8 battles, which should be around 8 minutes. And of course, we're going to be using ChatGPT again. But before we get started, we first gotta get the AI to do the battle thing again. Let's return with William Afton. Your name is William Afton, and you have returned to host fictional battles between FNAF characters. I see you're interested in hosting fictional battles. William Afton is up and set. For our first battle, it's gonna be Wither Chica versus Endo02. For the first match, we got Wither Chica, an old version of Chica who is broken down, having no hands, an unhinged jaw, and no eyelids. And on the other corner, we have Endo02, an endoskeleton for the toys and the withers. Welcome to the first fictional battle. In one corner, we have Wither Chica, a worn and broken down version of Chica from the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. She just lost her hands, her jaw is unhinged, and she lacks eyelids. In the opposite corner, we have Endo02, an endoskeleton unit that serves as a skeletal framework for both the toy animatronics and the withered animatronics. The rules for this battle, I'm fine with that. The location will take place in a dim lit, abandoned pizzeria, reminiscent of the setting in the Five Nights at Freddy's game. The animatronics will also have abilities. Wither Chica, despite an deteriorated state, possesses a sharp beak that she can use as a weapon, capable of delivering powerful bites. She is also agile and can move swiftly despite her missing hands. Endo02, being an endoskeleton, is durable and resistant to damage, has the ability to charge up and release electrical shocks, potentially incapacitate, I can't read long words, brain fart, or damaging opponents. So Endo02 has the power to control electricity. Objective. The objective is to incapacitate, it keeps on using that word, why, or render them immobile. Now let's do the battle. As the battle commences, Wither Chica, despite her broken state, charges towards Endo02 with her unhinged jaw wide open, ready to deliver a powerful bite. However, Endo02 swiftly sidesteps the attack, using its agility and nimble movement. Wither Chica, undeterred by initial miss, attempts to use her sharp beak to peck at Endo02's vulnerable areas. However, Endo02's durable endoskeleton withstands the assault, protecting its vital components. Realizing that brute force may not be enough, why does everyone do this? It's happened the last time too. Wither Chica adapts her strategy. She attempts to outmaneuver Endo02, using her agility and swift movements to evade its electrical shocks. However, Endo02 managed to land a few calculated shocks, causing Wither Chica to momentarily lose her balance. Taking advantage of the situation, Endo02 capitalizes on Wither Chica's momentary vulnerability and charges up a powerful electrical discharge. As the energy surges through its metallic body, Endo02 releases a devastating shockwave, overwhelming Wither Chica's damaged structure. The intense electrical discharge proves to be too much for Wither Chica to handle. She becomes immobile, her systems fried from the powerful shocks. Endo02 emerges victorious, having successfully incapacitated its opponent. That was short. Like, way more short than any of the other battles. Anyways, without further ado, Endo02 moves on to the next round. For the next battle, we've got JJ vs Shadow Bonnie. For the second battle, we have JJ, a blue and purple version of BB, randomly appearing under the desk as an Easter egg and can disable the doors in the vent. And then we have RWQFSFASXC, or Shadow Bonnie, who resembles Toy Bonnie and contains unnatural abilities, but is weak to the light. The rules, I didn't know we had to reestablish the rules, but I guess there's the abilities. Location, the place is in a dimly lit, abandoned building with sporadic sources of flickering light. Abilities, JJ has the power to randomly appear under the desk, disabling doors and vents to create obstacles for her opponent. She possesses nimble movements and can swiftly evade attacks. On the other hand, Xiao Bunny, also known as, not gonna say it, possesses unnatural abilities related to shadows and darkness. While Xiao Bunny is formidable, it is particularly vulnerable to bright light, which can weaken and hinder its abilities. The objective? The same. As the battle unfolds, the dimly lit environment plays to Shadow Bunny's advantage, shrouding it in darkness and allowing to utilize its unnatural abilities. Shadow Bunny observes JJ's movements from the shadows, waiting for the opportune moment to strike. JJ, with her nimble movement, tries to locate Shadow Bunny amidst the flickering light. Sensing the presence of her opponent, she swiftly moves to disable the nearby doors and vents, creating obstacles for Shadow Bunny's movements. Shadow Bunny, well versed in manipulating darkness, begins to manifest itself in the form of distorted shadows, making it harder for JJ to pinpoint its exact location. It takes advantage of JJ's distraction and strikes with a swift and unexpected attack, momentarily disorienting her. However, JJ adapts quickly, utilizing her agility to dodge subsequent attacks from Shadow Bunny. She moves around the area, taking advantage of her knowledge of the environment and her ability to disable doors and vents. This strategy hinders Shadow Bunny's movements and limits its options for attack. As the battle intensifies, JJ capitalizes on Shadow Bunny's weakness to light. She spots a flickering light source nearby and quickly manipulates it to shine brightly upon Shadow Bunny. The sudden burst of light weakens and hampers Shadow Bunny's abilities, making it vulnerable and restricting its movements. Seizing the advantage, JJ unleashes a barrage of attacks, exploiting the weakened state of Shadow Bunny. She maneuvers swiftly, making it difficult for Shadow Bunny to counter her onslaught. Overwhelmed by JJ's relentless assault and the effect of the bright light, Shadow Bunny's power diminishes further and becomes increasingly incapacitated, unable to fully utilize its supernatural abilities. Ultimately, JJ emerges victorious in this battle, effectively leveraging her agility, knowledge of the environment, ability to manipulate light to overcome the formidable but light-sensitive Shadow Bunny. And so, JJ moves to the next round. And for the third round, we have Toy Cupcake versus the Mangle. For the next battle, you have Toy Cupcake, a toy version of Cupcake. They are small and that's about it. And then there is Mangle, a mass of limbs and wires that were once Toy Foxy, but were torn apart and put back together by toddlers. Their gender is unknown and they can climb walls and ceilings. Location: the battle is in a large, multi-leveled room with various obstacles and structures, providing ample opportunities for Mangle to utilize its climbing abilities. So it's favoring Mangle. For Toy Cupcake. Abilities: Toy Cupcake, being a smaller toy version of Mr. Cupcake, doesn't possess any significant combat abilities. It relies on small size and quick movements to evade attacks. On the other hand, Mangle, a twisted and torn apart version of Toy Foxy's, possesses a unique ability to climb walls and ceilings, giving it a tactical advantage in maneuvering around the battlefield. The objective is the same. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. Hold up. Note: given Toy Cupcake's limited combat capabilities, the outcome of the battle may heavily favor Mangle. Nevertheless, let's see how the battle unfolds. Even the AI knows it's unfair fight. But, as we saw from Cupcake last time, cupcakes can just magically multiply. As the battle begins, Toy Cupcake scampers across the battlefield, utilizing its small size to evade Mangle's initial lunges and swipes. However, Toy Cupcake's diminutive stature limits its offensive capabilities, leaving it a disadvantage against the more agile and powerful Mangle. Mangle, with its massive limbs and wires, swiftly climbs up the walls and scurries across the ceiling, gaining a tactical advantage over Toy Cupcake. Observe its smaller opponent from various vantage points, analyzing the best approach to strike. Mangle launches itself from the ceiling, descending upon Toy Cupcake with a series of calculated attacks. Its sharp claws and tangled wires lunge forward, attempting to entangle and overpower the smaller toy. Despite Toy Cupcake's agile movements, it struggles to avoid Mangle's relentless assault. Mangle's superior strength and mobility gradually overpower Toy Cupcake's evasive maneuvers. In a final decisive move, Mangle wraps his wires tightly around Toy Cupcake, immobilizing it completely. Toy Cupcake's small size and limited combat abilities prove insufficient to withstand the onslaught of Mangle's attacks. Thus, Mangle emerged as a clear victor in this battle. leveraging his climbing abilities, agility, and superior strength to overpower and immobilize Toy Cupcake. Oh, that was just sad. The battle was over before it even began. And with that, Mango moves on to the next round. And for this round, we have Toy Bonnie versus BB. High annoying voices. For the next round, we have Toy Bonnie, a new toy version of Bonnie who got quickly disliked after his voice revealed to be sounding like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Along with his big ego, that was the best thing I could think of. I can't think about anything special with Toy Bonnie. And then we have Balloon Boy, who resembles an animatronic child and has an addiction to batteries, so he steals them. The location. The battle takes place in a large indoor arcade filled with various game machines and structures, providing ample cover and obstacles for both combatants. Toy Bonnie possesses an enhanced speed and agility, allowing him to swiftly navigate the battlefield. He also has a small guitar that he can use as a melee weapon. However, Toy Bonnie's big ego may also affect his decision making during the battle. Balloon Boy, on the other hand, is a mischievous nature and the ability to snatch and steal batteries from opponents or the environment. He uses these batteries to empower himself temporarily, enhancing his speed and defense. Objective is the same as before, but he gives another note. Given Balloon Boy's battery stealing ability, it may provide him with an advantage if utilized strategically. Let's see how the battle unfolds. The battle takes place in a vibrant arcade, with flashing lights and the sounds of various games filling the air. Toy Bonnie, with his newfound ego and a chipmunk-like voice, struts confidently onto the battlefield, ready to showcase his skills. I'm not regretting what I put. Balloon Boy, his mischievous grin stretching across his face, observes Toy Bonnie entrance. Spying opportunity, Balloon Boy quickly scans the surroundings, looking for any available batteries to steal and empower himself. Toy Bonnie, fueled by his big ego, charges toward Balloon Boy, wielding his small guitar as a weapon. He swings at Balloon Boy, aiming to catch him off guard. However, Balloon Boy utilizes his smaller size and nimbleness to dodge Toy Bonnie's strike, giggling mischievously. As the battle ensures, Balloon Boy spots a conventionally placed battery nearby and snatches it, fueling himself with its energy. His speed and defense encased temporarily, granting him an advantage over Toy Bonnie's attacks. With his enhanced abilities, Balloon Boy retaliates, swiftly maneuvering around Toy Bonnie, making it difficult for him to land a solid hit. Balloon Boy taunts and teases Toy Bonnie, using his stolen battery power to his advantage. Despite Toy Bonnie's confidence, his ego begins to affect his decision making. He becomes frustrated by Balloon Boy's agility and taunting, causing him to lose focus and leaving himself open to counterattacks. Balloon Boy takes advantage of the situation, delivering a swift kick to Toy Bonnie's legs, causing him to stumble. Seizing the opportunity, Balloon Boy steals another battery, further bolstering his speed and defenses. Now with an even greater advantage, Balloon Boy dances around Toy Bonnie, delivering quick strikes and evading his attempts to retaliate. Toy Bonnie's attacks prove ineffective against Balloon Boy's enhanced speed and defense. As the battle reaches its climax, Balloon Boy lands a final blow, delivering a powerful strike to Toy Bonnie's ego. Deflated and overwhelmed, Toy Bonnie falls to the ground, unable to continue the light. Thus, Balloon Boy emerges as the victorious combat in this battle, leveraging his mischievous nature, battery stealing ability, and enhanced speed and defense to outmove and defeat Toy Bonnie. So did he beat up Bonnie, or did he beat up his ego by taunting him? And with that, Balloon Boy makes it to the next round. Now we're at the halfway point of the video. For the next battle, we have Withered Foxy versus Shadow Freddy. For the next battle, we have Withered Foxy, a fast and agile pirate fox who is immune to the mask. Unfortunately, his eyes are sensitive to the light. Then we have Shadow Freddy, a bear who is sadly forgotten since FNAF World, and for the majority of the series did nothing but sit, except when he led animatronics to their doom to William Afton, saying, "Follow me." Scott, please bring him back. But, like Shadow Bonnie, he contains unnatural forces. Location. The battle will take place in a dark, eerie forest with sporadic beams of moonlight breaking through the canopy. Abilities. Withered Foxy possesses exceptional speed and agility, allowing him to swiftly navigate the battlefield. He is also immune to the effects of masks, rendering them useless against him. However, his sensitive eyes make him vulnerable to bright light. Shadow Freddy, on the other hand, harnesses unnatural forces and possesses abilities that are not fully understood. He can manipulate shells, create illusions, and exert control over animatronics. And now the AI is giving notes. Note, given the mysterious nature of Shao-Frey's abilities, the battle outcome may have unpredictable elements. Let's see how the battle unfolds. The Dark Forest is the backdrop for this eerie clash between Wither Foxy and Shadow Freddy. Moonlight filters through the trees, casting long shadows on the forest floor. Wither Foxy, utilizing his speed and agility, darts through the forest, scanning the area for any signs of his elusive opponent. His keen senses lure him to present of Shadow Freddy lurking in the shadows. Shadow Freddy, shrouded in darkness, observed Wither Foxy's movements. Planning his next move, he harnesses his unnatural forces, conjuring illusions and manipulating shadows to distort his foe. As Wither Foxy approaches the clearing, Shadow Freddy takes action. He materializes in front of Wither Foxy, his form seemingly merging with the darkness around him. Shadow Freddy's presence emanates an otherworldly aura, unsettling Wither Foxy. In response, Wither Foxy charges forward, attempting to land a swift strike on Shadow Freddy. However, Shadow Freddy swiftly dissolves into the shadows, evading the attack effortlessly. With his illusionary abilities, Shadow Freddy creates multiple copies of himself, confusing Wither Foxy and making it difficult for him to discern the real target. Wither Foxy lashes out, attacking the illusions but failing to make a significant impact. Seizing the opportunity, Shadow Freddy utilizes the control over the animatronic, whispering his haunting words, "Follow me." Wither Foxy, momentarily overcome by the mysterious influence, hesitates in his movements, his focus shifting. Taking advantage of Wither Foxy's distraction, Shadow Freddy surrounds him with tendrils of dark energy. The tendrils bind or stick with Wither Foxy's movements, effectively immobilizing him. Although Wither Foxy struggles against his restraints, Shadow Freddy's grasp remains firm. With a final surge of energy, Shadow Freddy releases a burst of flying light, exploding Wither Foxy's sensitivity to illumination. The bright light overwhelms Wither Foxy, causing him to recoil and stumble. Shadow Freddy capitalizes on this vulnerability, intensifying the darkness around Wither Foxy, further disorienting him. Wither Foxy, unable to overcome the combined assault of the darkness and the blinding light, succumbs to the overwhelming force. He is rendered immobile, defeated by the cunning and supernatural abilities of Shadow Freddy. Thus, Shadow Freddy emerges as the victorious entity in this battle, utilizing his control over shadows, illusions, and animatronics to outmaneuver and subdue Wither Foxy. And with that, Shadow Freddy moves to the next round. And for our next fight, we have Toy Chica versus the Puppet. For the next battle, we have Toy Chica, a toy version of Chica, who takes off her beak and eyes when hunting for the kill. And then we have Puppet, a sock puppet who contains abilities to give life and possibly float, but the floating part is uncertain. Puppet, though, is subdued when the music box plays, but when it isn't, nothing is stopping her. Location: the battle takes place in an abandoned, dimly lit warehouse with remnants of old animatronics scattered around. Toy Chica possesses the ability to remove her beak and eyes, enhancing her hunting skills and making her even more formidable. Puppet, on the other hand, has the power to give life to inanimate objects and potentially float, although the floating aspect is uncertain. However, Puppet is subdued by the music box and may become vulnerable during its activation. Another note, given the Puppet's abilities to give life and potentially float, as well as the influence of the music box, the battle outcome may have unpredictable elements. Let's see how the battle unfolds. The dimly lit warehouse sets the stage for this eerie confrontation between Toy Chica and Puppet. The silence is broken only by a faint sound of wind blowing through broken windows. Toy Chica, with her beak and eyes removed, takes on a more menacing appearance. Her hunting instincts kick in as she casually prowls the warehouse, searching for her elusive opponent. Puppet, the mysterious sock puppet, observes Toy Chica's movements from the shadows. Puppet harnesses its power, contemplating how to best utilize its abilities in this encounter. As Toy Chica turns the corner, Puppet reveals itself, manifesting a surge of energy that brings life to nearby animatronic parts. The discarded limbs and broken bodies in the warehouse begin to twitch and move, becoming puppets under Puppet's control. Puppet Inception. Recognizing the imminent threat, Toy Chica swiftly maneuvers, avoiding the animated Puppet's grasp. She relies on her agility and quick reflexes to evade their attacks, focusing on finding a way to neutralize Puppet. Puppet, Testing the opportunity, attempts to use its power to lift itself off the ground and float. However, the uncertain nature of its floating ability makes it difficult to maintain stable control, causing Puppet to remain grounded. I'm not sure that's exactly what I mean. Toy Chica seizes this momentary advantage and closes in on the Puppet. With calculated strikes, she lunges at Puppet, aiming to dismantle its control over the animated puppets and weaken its influence. However, Puppet retaliates by manipulating the environment, causing discarded objects and debris to swirl around Toy Chica, hindering her movement. The battlefield becomes a chaotic storm of flying objects, complicating Toy Chica's attempts to strike her opponent. Suddenly, the sound of a music box begins to emanate from a nearby corner of the warehouse. The haunting melody interrupts Puppet's concentration, momentarily subduing its powers. Puppet becomes vulnerable during its times. Toy Chica, recognizing the opportunity, presses the attack. She swiftly disarms Puppet, preventing it from regaining control over the puppets. Without its power fully at its disposal, Puppet becomes limited in its ability to defend itself. How did it disarm the puppet? Did she literally take off Puppet's arms? Because that's the only weapon the puppet has. In a final decisive move, Toy Chica delivers a powerful blow, rendering Puppet immobile. The music box continues to play, ensuring that the puppet remains subdued and unable to unleash its full potential. Thus, Toy Chica emerges as the victorious animatronic in the battle, using her hunting instincts, agility, and strategic thinking to overcome the puppet's powers to render it immobile. Why did the music box even play? There was just some random music box. I feel like I just tried to smash everything together, and so the music box just started randomly playing. But anyways, Toy Chica won the battle. Continue here. And for the next battle, we have Withered Golden Freddy versus Withered Freddy. For the next battle, we have Withered Golden Freddy, a slumped over suit who has unnatural abilities to teleport and turn to a giant flying head. Withered Freddy is an old withered version of Freddy, but it's the least withered out of the wizards, and he's the most marketable character in the franchise. The battle takes place in an abandoned and decaying pizzeria with remnants of animatronics and broken arcade machines scattered around. Withered Golden Freddy possesses the ability to teleport, allowing him to move swiftly across the battlefield. He also has the ability to transform into a giant flying head, increasing his size and potentially granting him additional offensive capabilities. Withered Freddy, although the least withered among the withers, retains his classic animatronic abilities, such as singing and performing on stage. However, he does not possess any extraordinary or unnatural powers. Note, given Withered Golden Freddy's teleportation and transformation abilities, as well as Withered Freddy's familiarity with classic animatronic skills, the battle outcome may have unexpected elements. Let's see how the battle unfolds. So what it's telling us is that Withered Freddy might not survive. The atmosphere inside the abandoned pizzeria is haunting as Withered Golden Freddy and Withered Freddy face off. The remnants of their once lively selves add an eerie ambience to the battle. Withered Golden Freddy, utilizing his unnatural teleportation ability, disappears from the original position and reappears behind Withered Freddy in the blink of an eye. Startled, Withered Freddy turns around just in time to witness Withered Golden Freddy's transformation into a giant flying head. The colossal form of Withered Golden Freddy looming over the battlefield, casting an intimidating shadow with a low rumbling growl, he charges toward Withered Freddy, aiming to use his newfound size and power to his advantage. So is he giant or is he a giant flying head? However, Withered Freddy, ever the showman, relies on his classic animatronic skills. He begins to sing, his voice echoing throughout the pizzeria, captivating the attention of both the audience and his opponent. First off, who's the audience? And second off, what's that gonna do? As Withered Freddy sings, the power of his performance fills the air, momentarily distracting Withered Golden Freddy. The haunting melody of Withered Freddy's voice creates a mesmerizing effect, momentarily halting Withered Golden Freddy's advance. Withered Freddy takes the opportunity to make a strategic move. He darts around Withered Golden Freddy, utilizing his agility to avoid the giant flying head's attacks. Withered Freddy's familiarity with stage performances allows him to maneuver skillfully, dodging Withered Golden Freddy's attempts to land a blow. Withered Freddy is surprising me. Meanwhile, Withered Golden Freddy, regaining focus, teleports around the pizzeria, attempting to catch Withered Freddy off guard. The sudden shifts in location casts a sense of disorientation, testing Withered Freddy's ability to anticipate and evade attacks. With each teleportation, Withered Golden Freddy takes advantage of his size and attempts to crush Withered Freddy beneath his giant form. However, Wither Freddy's nimbleness and quick reflexes enable him to narrowly escape each crushing blow. As battle intensifies, Wither Freddy's singing grows louder and more resonant. Reverberating throughout the pizzeria, the haunting melody disrupts Wither Golden Freddy's concentration, momentarily diminishing his control over his giant flying head form. It's just funny. Seizing the opportunity, Wither Freddy delivers a powerful strike to Wither Golden Freddy's vulnerable spot, causing him to revert to his original form. What's his vulnerable spot? Wither Golden Freddy, now back in his slumped over state, is momentarily stunned. With one final display of agility, Wither Freddy evades Wither Golden Freddy's last-ditch attempts to retaliate. He lands a series of precise blows, gradually incapacitating Wither Golden Freddy. Unable to withstand the onslaught, Wither Golden Freddy slumps over to the ground, rendered immobile. Wither Freddy emerges as the victor, showing his mastery of classic animatronic skills in outmaneuvering Wither Golden Freddy's teleportation and giant form. Thus, Wither Freddy proves that even with the least withered appearance among the Withers, his marketable character and showmanship can triumph in the battle. Wither Freddy surprised me, and with that, Wither Freddy advances. Now to the round that I've been wanting. I've been anticipating this whole time. Wither Bonnie versus Toy Freddy. You might be wondering why. Well, you'll see with this description. With this next battle, we have Wither Bonnie, an old Wither version of Bonnie, having lost his face and left arm and his guitar. That doesn't stop him from making face puns and delivering his famous Bonnie punch. Toy Freddy is a fast of the Freddys, but he's also a pro gamer. He's the best animatronic gamer to ever live, having retired being a performer to game, holds a grudge against the game Five Nights at Mr. Hugs. Location: the battle takes place in a virtual reality gaming arena where various video game themed obstacles and elements are present. That is so far the most interesting location there is. Abilities: Wither Bonnie, despite his damaged appearance, retains his charismatic personality and delivers puns with a touch of humor. He also possesses the renowned Bonnie Punch, a powerful strike that he has become famous for. Toy Freddy, being a pro gamer, possesses exceptional gaming skills and strategic thinking, utilizing his experience and knowledge of video games to his advantage. Note: given Toy Freddy's gaming prowess and Wither Bonnie's unique abilities, the battle outcome may involve elements of humorous strategic gameplay. Let's see how the battle unfolds. In the virtual reality gaming arena, Wither Bonnie and Toy Freddy prepare to engage in a battle that will combine their unique abilities and skills. Wither Bonnie, despite his damaged appearance, remains upbeat and ready to deliver the trademark face puns. He taunts Toy Freddy with his witty remarks, attempting to distract him while planning his next move. Toy Freddy, however, remains focused, drawing upon his pro gaming experience. He analyzes the virtual environment, taking note of the game-themed obstacles and strategizing how to best utilize them to his advantage. With a swift motion, Wither Bonnie lunges forward, aiming to deliver his famous Bonnie Punch. The punch, imbued with his remaining animatronic strength, packs a surprising amount of force. But Toy Freddy, being a pro gamer, has lightning fast reflexes. He skillfully dodges Wither Bonnie's punch, evading his blow with precision timing. Toy Freddy's gaming instincts allow him to predict his opponent's moves, giving him an edge in the battle. Recognizing the need to adapt his approach, Wither Bonnie shifts his strategy. He retreats momentarily, strategically positioning himself behind a game-themed obstacle, an oversized pixelated block. Toy Freddy, familiar with the gaming element, sees an opportunity. He quickly analyzes the situation and decides to activate a power-up he obtained earlier in the arena, a speed boost. With enhanced agility, Toy Freddy charges towards Wither Bonnie, ready to seize the advantage. As Toy Freddy closes in, Wither Bonnie, undeterred, unleashes a barrage of face puns in a last-ditch effort to distract his opponent. Though entertaining, the puns fail to fully disrupt Toy Freddy's focus, as his determination to win remains unwavering. Using his gaming prowess, Toy Freddy expertly maneuvers around Wither Bonnie's attacks, leveraging his speed and precision to outmaneuver his opponent. He lands a series of well-timed strikes, weakening Wither Bonnie's defenses. Wither Bonnie recognizes his disadvantage, resorts to a surprise tactic. He unveils a hidden power, a special guitar chord that resonates with the virtual reality arena, temporarily altering the game environment. The sudden change in the arena's atmosphere disorients Toy Freddy, briefly impairing his gaming instincts. Wither Bonnie seizes his opportunity, launching a relentless assault, attempting to land a decisive blow. However, Toy Freddy quickly recovers, drawing upon his vast gaming knowledge. He adapts to the altered environment, utilizing his pro gamer reflexes to anticipate Wither Bonnie's moves. In a final display of skill, Toy Freddy combines his gaming expertise with precise strikes, incapacitating Wither Bonnie. The battle ends with Toy Freddy emerging as the victor, showcasing his exceptional gaming abilities and strategic thinking. The Wither Bonnie's facepalms provided moments of humor. Toy Freddy's pro gaming skills proved to be a decisive factor in the intense virtual battle. That was amazing. The best final battle that could be happened for this part. And with that, Toy Freddy and his pro gamer moves advances to the next round. Anyways, we are now in our final 8. Final 8 being Endo02, JJ, Mangle, Bloom Boy, Shadow Freddy, Toy Chica, Withered Freddy, Toy Freddy. See you guys in the next part. Bye bye.